Hey guys, welcome back. Gonna do another reading with the Disney deck today. Sorry about the lighting. We are having some technical difficulties over here in my neck of the woods. Nothing we can't handle, but hopefully you guys are able to see pretty good in this video. Anyway, let's ask Spirit, God, Source, Creator, what is our energy? I'm sorry guys, I don't mean to laugh, but energy right now is to me a lack of electricity. So I actually did a post over on the other channel about the word freedom. So go check that out if you have some time. And if not, that's cool too. But we are going to get a message for today, or the rest of today. So we've got the Page of Wands, followed by the Ten of Coins. Nice. Into the King of Swords. Wow, some good energy going on today, guys. And apparently oh my goodness, yes. Okay, I'm not having the world's greatest day, but we are trying to make lemonade out of lemons over here, so bear with me, guys. I'm so sorry. Oh, at least I can laugh about it, right? And another timeline of my life would have me turning tables over right now, but where I'm at right now in my life, I just find it comical. Anyway, Page of Wands. So the pages in the tarot are the children. I consider them to be like the infants, if you think about it, in the court cards. They also indicate the people in our lives. And wands, of course, represents fire energy. So this could be Aries, Leo, Sag. It could be destruction, and it could be creation. But I am going to read from the book so that I can get the artist's definition, because I got a little rattled there and I'm not really, yeah, I need a reset. I took a class that started last week. It was 2 days. We did 1 day last week and 1 day this week on the nurtured heart approach. And instead of the words time out, we use the word reset. And I like that, actually. It's kind of, it makes me feel a little bit better about the time out I need to give myself. And as I am babbling over here, I'm actually trying to find the page with, yeah, pun intended, with the Page of Wands. So Page of Wands in the upright. The Page of Wands represents an enthusiastic, colorful, free spirit like Lago. Just as ambitious Lago hungers for power and glory and please. No more crackers. The Page of Wands is a fierce idealist whose dreams know no bounds. This tarot card indicates that a new opportunity for you to express your creativity will present itself to you soon. Actually, guys, I feel like that's already happened, right? We are presented with opportunities in every moment of our day. We come across challenges, we come across situations that maybe are not the most fun or the most abundant or the most what's the word? Not without its challenges, basically, okay? So, for example, today I lost electricity in my apartment through no fault of my own. You know, it's not like I didn't pay my bill. Just the circumstances that surround the situation led to the electricity being shut off and not being able to be restored for 48 hours. So I could take the opportunity to be very pissed off and screaming and yelling and calling everybody and God, trying to get it fixed, which probably wasn't going to get it done anyway. Or I could take the opportunity to look at it from a different perspective and to show compassion to the customer service agents who were furiously trying to help me, and compassion for myself in that I didn't know that this was coming, so there was nothing I could do to prevent it. And also look for the opportunities to see the blessings, right? To see the lesson, to see the knowledge, to see the part of the situation that most people overlook. What is the blessing in not having electricity? Well, first off, I get to use candles. It's a little warm in the house, so luckily I have a backyard with a fence so that my dogs and I can sit outside and enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. I have already made dinner by the time that this had happened, so I have no worries there. It's only going to be a couple days, so I know my refrigerator should hold the food within pretty good without losing any of that. And I have a roof over my head, I have food in my belly, and I really can't complain much further. But the point being, I had an opportunity with which to respond negatively or positively. And I think the Page of Wands, what that card is telling us is the opportunities that present themselves to us, we always think of it as a opportunity in the way of business or job, etc. We seldom see every moment in our day as an opportunity to choose a higher road, to, you know, they always say take the high road, or be the bigger person. And those kind of things, guys, they don't mean take the high road as in the road that is, what is the word I'm looking for? Like, you don't want to be all high and mighty about it, right? Because high and mighty has a bad connotation. Take the high road as in you have a choice to be in your higher self or be in your lower self, in your higher vibrations or your lower vibrations. Every situation you're presented with presents you with an opportunity to make that choice. And God gave us the free will to make that choice. We can choose to be in the lower vibrational energies. We can choose to be in the negative, poor me, victim mentality energy, or we can choose to be in the I'm going to make lemonade out of lemons mentality in our higher selves. It's a frequency. It's a radio station that you dial into. And the opportunities to make that choice are very subtle, very, very subtle. And they are there so many times throughout our day. And I think with the 10 of coins following that is, once we're aware of that every decision that we make is an opportunity to make that choice, and we keep taking the higher vibrations of that, then the 10 of coins is, I mean, that's pure abundance, guys. That is like beyond all abundance. That's your wishes come true beyond, right? I'm going to look it up, but I mean, it's a castle, right? You're living in a castle. You are living large. Coins are usually pentacles, which is, a lot of readers will read that as money. But again, if you know me and you've watched this channel for a while, you know that money is nothing more than one more energetic resource. So you're going to have an abundance of those energetic resources. You know, when you choose to take that higher road and be on that higher frequency, then it's not as heavy. It's not as dense. The energy surrounding it is not as dense. It's light. I don't know how to describe it. It's just light, right? I'm going to read from the book now because I really just got tongue-tied on that one. In the upright, 10 of coins represents wealth, personal satisfaction, and a happy home. I mean, if you make the choice, guys, you can definitely create a happier home and more personal satisfaction by taking the high road. You've mastered your goals and can now rest comfortably in a place of abundance. And in tarot readings, the 10 of coins is a positive sign that things are going to work out for you in your favor. With the Page of Wands, and with us taking the opportunity to make lemonade out of lemons, then I would have to say that in and of itself puts everything in your favor. When you're able to see every situation as a blessing, then your life is abundant with blessings. When you see every situation as a curse, then your life is the hell of being cursed constantly. It's all in your perspective, guys. It's all in your perspective, because with every curse, there's a blessing. With every blessing, there's a curse. What do you choose to put your focus on? And when you focus on nothing but blessings, then you can't help but see the abundance, and you can't help but have the 10 of coins. So from there, we move on to the King of Swords, and I'm just going to read straight from that. I see it's Scar, and swords are thoughts. They are communication. And the King of Swords knows how to control those thoughts and knows when to communicate and when not to. And although I feel like this is a message coming in as opposed to going out, but I want to see what the author has to say about it. Swords, where are you, lovey? I don't know why I just said lovey. I guess my friend Jen is on my mind. She calls her husband now. Anyway, the Suit of Swords, King of Swords. Scar prides himself on getting the lion's share of the brains in the family. Likewise, the King of Swords is a methodical, calculating leader who never lets personal feelings get in the way of his goals. This tarot card advises you to rein in your emotions and let logic guide you. Okay, so this is communication, but it's communication with yourself. It's not drowning in your emotions. It's not letting the emotions get the best of you, right? Use your logic. From a logical perspective, guys, if you were faced with not having electricity for 48 hours, you could be very upset and go off the deep end. Or you can look at it logically. Okay, 48 hours is not that long. You're not going to lose food in the fridge. You have plenty of candles. You have plenty of extra chargers, at least in my case, for phones. What do you call them? The external battery packs and so forth. You have internet on those phones. You have a way to communicate with the outside world. You have a time in which you don't have a choice but to be quiet, a choice but to be meditative, a choice but to be outside and ground. And it's literally, in my case, for me, the universe's way of slowing me down. I can't continue to take the classes I wanted to take because I don't want to waste the battery on my phone, in case I need it for something else. I am taking the time to make these videos, and those to me, they're a priority. They're important for you guys to interact with you. I wish to share the knowledge that I gain throughout my journey, and so I choose to put a priority on that. But I'm doing things logically, right? I'm trying to prioritize what I'm going to use my phone for, how I'm going to use the little power that I have left in the way of electricity. I also had a very dear friend who made sure that I was prepared for these situations, and I actually have a little portable solar battery pack thing in which I could plug in. I can't plug in like my fridge or anything, but I can plug in the phones, if it gets to that point. And it's right outside of my car, and I've missed electricity so much that I didn't go out in the car yet, and it's been 3 hours. So obviously it's not as big a deal as I initially thought. And when I thought about it logically, and I chose to take that higher road, and I chose to see it from a positive perspective, I'm seeing it as a blessing, guys. I really am. And every situation that we have, we can do that with. But we have to know when to use that logic, right? That's pulling in the masculine side of your energy, the masculine logic side, the father side, the disciplinarian, the one who isn't gonna just, wipe away your tears when you scrape your knee like mom would and tell you everything's gonna be okay. He's the one that'll tell you, well, next time don't run so fast, or next time tie your shoes, or whatever it was that caused you to fall down, right? And we have to have a balance of those energies. And right now, with whatever situation that we're being faced with, I feel like it's time for us to use more of that logical side. I know even in the political shitstorm that's going on right now, I'm not going to try to get really into that because I don't really know too much about it, other than the fact that Roe versus Wade was overturned. And a lot of people are very emotional about that, right? But let's step back and look at it logically. And I'm not saying that there even is any good to come of it, but what if it actually unites this country in the way of public, and not just dividing people? I mean, it's gonna divide people to a degree, But what about the people it unites? What about the people that come together against a common enemy? What is that saying? The enemy of my enemy is my friend. So it's going to unite people in some way, shape, or form. And let's use our logical mind and try to see the good that comes out of this. Is it going to be all good? No. Do I agree with it? No. And that's as much as I'm going to say about it. But I will tell you, in every situation, there's an opportunity to take the high road and to find the good and to be the good, right? Be that change that we want to see in the world. We don't get to just sit back and make everybody else be good while we sit around and don't do any of our own work and don't try to display the characteristics that we wish to see in others. You know, I'm just looking up at my little believe sign back here. I don't know if you guys can read it, but underneath it, it says, I believe in miracles. I see them wherever I go. You know, they're everywhere. You just got to choose to see them, guys. Everything's a choice. We are free to make that choice. It is a freedom that we have been afforded by God on this planet of duality. So yeah, that's going to be my soapbox for the day. In the meantime, I'm going to get a healing card from the birthday gift. And actually I have a new deck, but it's in the other room. We'll use it tomorrow. I know, guys, I'm always getting new decks. I need a 12-step program, but that's okay. Because you know what? It makes me happy. And if a $15 deck of cards makes me happy, then I guess it's a price I'm willing to pay. Okay, well, if you're wondering why I'm laughing about the price that I'm willing to pay, then go check out my other channel and see today's post, and you'll understand the humor in that one. But all right, so today's healing message. Please listen to the advice being given to you. Wow. So many facets of that, so many dimensions on that card. I feel like that is God talking to all of us. And when you listen, when it's quiet, guys, that advice that's being given to you can come in so many ways, shapes, and forms. It can come from a class that you take. It can come from a conversation you hear at the grocery store. It can come from a song that you hear on the radio. It can come from a little saying on a plaque that's been on your desk for months that you never took the time to read. You have to be not talking in order to listen. You have to look at Scar. He's not talking. He's not talking. He's listening. He's listening, and he's taking in all the information, and he's using it for his highest good. And I feel like that is the healing message today, guys. Go within, be quiet, quiet your mind, quit talking to yourself, good, bad, or otherwise, and justifying and any of that dialogue that goes on inside your head. Try to just cut it out and just listen and see what comes to you. You don't need me or a tarot reader or an advice channel or even the news to tell you what's right or wrong. You don't. And when you don't know what your next step is, you don't need to go outside of yourself to find the answer. If you choose to seek that answer outside of yourself and you ask a question, you got to stop talking long enough to hear the answer, guys. At the end of the day, it requires a quiet, a silence, a presence, a listening, and an understanding in which to get the advice that's being given to you. So I challenge you to do that. I don't have electricity tonight, so I see a lot of listening coming in my future, and let's see what the cookie fortune is to go along with that listening. We've got 2 that fell, or no, we've got 3 that fell out. Lots of fortune cookies for you guys today. We got travel. Who's traveling? I was thinking about it actually recently. It's been 6 weeks since I took my last trip. That's a long time for me, guys. I love to travel. I don't like to sit in one place, that's for sure. Long distance communication will open up your life. Exciting experiences for singles and career advancement for others. Ooh. What's going on with you guys, huh? Who's getting into a new romance, who's getting into a new job. Either way, new things coming, new things coming. I love it. Then we've got wisdom. To focus on the past is to lose the future. Wow, that is profound, guys. I'm going to have to really think about that. Heed advice from an older person, which will allow you to move on. That is awesome. And again, it ties right into our listening to the advice being given to you. And wisdom, to me, is just knowledge that you put into action. You can have all the knowledge in the world, but it doesn't turn into wisdom until you actually master that and put it into action, right? But focusing on the past, you're giving up your future by doing that. So don't do that, guys. Don't do that. And then twists and turns. Carefully made plans could be thrown out the window as major changes and interruptions surround you. Make sure you get lots of rest to cope with all of the upheaval. Guys, I'll tell you, twists and turns, think about it like a roller coaster. All right? You get on that roller coaster and you know when you get in line what twists and turns are coming. But until you're in that seat, especially the front seat. God, I love sitting in the front seat of a roller coaster. It's amazing, isn't it? But anyway, I digress. Even when you see it coming, the excitement that you get, that butterflies in your stomach feeling when you hit those twists and turns, they are exhilarating. And some people don't like roller coasters. Some people see that exhilaration and that butterflies in their stomach as fear. And as I've often said on this channel, fear and excitement will actually solicit the same physiological responses in your body. So you can trick your brain into thinking you're excited when you're scared. And you can trick your brain into thinking you're scared when you should be excited. So that is my advice for you today from the fortune cookie cards. And I'm going to leave it there. So you guys think about that. And if you don't mind, go check out my other channel. We talked about freedom today. It's been an interesting day, and we had a good talk over there. So check it out, and we will talk soon, guys. Lots of love and light.